Hello everyone, today I'll show you how to draw assignment 2, the soccer field. Let's look at the demonstration PDF first. In this assignment, you're required to draw a soccer field of given dimensions. On this page, all the dimensions are given in the purple color, and your drawing should be exactly as same as the given dimensions. So basically, you will first change the drawing units to meters, and then finish all the drawing. And last, plot your drawing to PDF files and submit both the AutoCAD file and the PDF files. Let's look at the diagrams of the standard soccer field you are going to draw. The outline of the soccer field is a rectangle. The horizontal line is called the touch line, and the vertical line is called the goal line. On both the left side and right side of the soccer field, there is a goal box, and a penalty area. We also have a penalty mark here. Be careful that we also have 4 corner areas represented by 4 arcs. On the upper side of the soccer field, we have 2 training and coaching areas here. The strategy to draw the soccer field is to use the mirror command. For my strategy, I will first draw the outline of the soccer field, and I will draw the center line and the center circle. After I finish these parts, I will draw all the left part here, and including the corner, coaching area, and then I will use the mirror command to mirror all what I drew to the right part. So in this time, I will save some time. In this drawing, to finish each geometry, there are always multiple ways. For example, to draw all the box, where's my mouse? To draw all the box, you can use line command to draw continuously. Also, you can use offset command to offset the touch line, goal line, and then trim them off. So mine is not the only way to draw the soccer field. You can feel free to explore other possibilities. Okay, let's start drawing in AutoCAD. This file, the assignment 2 file, you can download it from the eCampus. So start your drawing in this file. Firstly, I will check my status. Look at the status bar at the bottom of your window. Firstly, you should make sure that the polar tracking is turned on. There's a small triangle on the right side of the polar tracking symbol. Click on the small triangle to extend the polar tracking settings. So make sure that you check the first option. By checking the first option, your mouse, your cursor, can be conveniently moved to the vertical and horizontal direction. The second thing is to turn on the O-snap. I click the small triangle to extend the O-snap setting. In this assignment, at least you should check the endpoint, midpoint, center, node, and perpendicular, and these are all we need. Another thing I want to remind you is that it is better to turn off this author mode, because if you turn on the author mode, your mouse will be restricted to move to vertical and horizontal direction. It is not very convenient to do so. So what I recommend is to turn on polar tracking and the O-snap. That is enough. Okay, let's start drawing the circle field. I will start by drawing the outline, the big rectangle. Let me change the drawing units first. So by changing the units, type units on the command line, press space bar. The length should change it to decimal. Let me look at the instruction. Precision, keep it as default, and insertion scale, change it to meters. So changing units is always the first thing to do when you start a drawing. And click OK when you finish. Let's start to draw the line work of circle field. First, I will start from the outline rectangle. The length of the rectangle is 105 meter and width is 65 meter. Go back to AutoCAD and I start rectangle by typing in REC rectangle on the command line, spacebar. In the first corner, I will arbitrarily pick one point on the screen inside this frame. Because I know the dimension, so I type in D for dimension, D spacebar, and the length is 105 spacebar, width is 65 spacebar. Specify other corner point, so I click on the screen, and then I will draw the halfway line using the line command. Okay, L spacebar. Specify the first point. I pick the midpoint of the touch line, click, and the end point of the line is the midpoint of another touch line. Click and spacebar again to finish. And then I'm going to draw the center circle. I'm going to check the dimensions of the circle. So the diameter here is 18.3, so the radius is 18.3 divided by 2 is 9.15. Going back to AutoCAD. So I type in C for circle, C for circle, and then I click the midpoint as the center point of the circle and specify the radius as 9.15 spacebar. Okay. And then I need to click on the center point as my drawing object. So this is a point object, so I type in PO on the command line for point, spacebar, and specify a point. Pick the midpoint of the halfway line. If the point object does not show clearly, maybe you want to change the point type. You can type in DDPTY as a point type. So DDPTY spacebar, and you can specify different point type. Okay, I'll keep this one. Click OK. Then I'm going to draw the three boxes, the goal box, and the penalty box. So I will start from the penalty box. I will use line objects to draw the penalty area. Start from this point. I know the distance between this point and this midpoint is 40.2 divided by 2, so this direction I know is 20.1. It is convenient to use the temporary tracking to draw this line. So let me going back to AutoCAD and start the line. So L spacebar. I will use temporary tracking, so type in TK spacebar. First tracking point is this midpoint. Click, and then I move my cursor up and type in 20.1 spacebar. So this point is the end point of my line. So my temporary tracking is finished. So I press spacebar to formally start the line command. And this dimension, going back, is 16.46. So 16.46 spacebar, and move my cursor down. This dimension is 40.2 spacebar, and for this dimension, because AutoCAD has catched the perpendicular point for me, so I just need to click and spacebar to finish. I'll use a similar strategy to draw the other two boxes. So for this box, the go box, I will start from this point, and I know this direction is 18.3 divided by 2 is 9.15, and I know this is 5.44, this is 18.3, so I'm going back to AutoCAD, start the line command L spacebar, and start TK temporary tracking, TK spacebar. First tracking point, also the midpoint of the goal line. Move my cursor up, the dimension is 9.15, spacebar, and spacebar again to start the line command from this endpoint. And going right, type in, I forgot the dimension is 5.44, spacebar, going down, and this is 18.3, spacebar, and click on the perpendicular point, spacebar again to finish the line command. Now I'm going to draw the smallest box. So this dimension is 9.15 divided by 2. I will use my calculator. Is 4.575, and then the horizontal direction is 2.72, vertical is 9.15. Going back to AutoCAD and start line command L spacebar. So the first point I will use the temporary tracking TK. Track from the midpoint, going up is 4.575 spacebar, spacebar again to finish temporary tracking. Okay, and then going to the left, typing, oh my gosh, I forgot again, 2.72, spacebar, and going down, this time is 9.15, spacebar, and going to the perpendicular point to finish the line command, spacebar. Okay, then I think I finished the 3 boxes. Now I'm going to draw this penalty point and this arc. So the penalty mark dimension is marked on the right, is 11 from this midpoint. So this direction is 11. Also, it is convenient to use temporal tracking because you know the distance from the midpoint and the penalty mark. Going back to AutoCAD, so I start the point PO spacebar and TK start temporal tracking spacebar. Track point is midpoint. I'm going to the right direction, type in the distance 11 spacebar. So this is a correct point. So spacebar to finish. Okay. Let's draw this arc. So dimension here, radius is 9.15. It is difficult to draw an arc, but it is easy to draw a circle. So I can draw a circle this way using this center point, and then I can use this line to trim off this side. So in this way, I will have this circle on the left side. Okay, again, remember the radius is 9.15. Go back to AutoCAD. So I will start circle C, spacebar, and then specify the center point. Click on this node. Radius is 9.15, spacebar. Okay, then I will use the trim command to trim the right part. So TR for trim, spacebar, select objects. So the objects is going to be my cutting edge. So I click on this line, spacebar, select object to trim. So I want to trim this side of the circle, so I click to trim it off. Spacebar to finish. Okay, let's start to draw this corner area. So this is an arc with the radius 0.91. Again, I will use the circle command to draw a circle and then trim off the outside part. Going back to AutoCAD and start C for circle. Center point should be the corner of the field, and radius is 0.91, spacebar. And then I use trim, TR, spacebar. Select objects. So the objects should be the cutting edge. I select the rectangle, spacebar to finish selection, and then trim off the outside part by clicking it. Spacebar to finish the command. Then I will use the mirror command to mirror this corner arc to the downside. So mirror, MI, spacebar. Select objects, should be this corner arc. Click, and I will press spacebar to finish the selection and specify the point of mirror line. The first point should be this midpoint, and you can pick another midpoint. So whatever, maybe this node as the second endpoint of the mirror line. Click. Erase or not? Definitely not. So I keep no by default and press spacebar to finish the mirroring. Here I have another corner arc. Okay, and then I will go on to draw this coaching and team area. This is a rectangle with a length 18.3 and width is 3. So my strategy is to draw this rectangle first, maybe next to this endpoint, and then move it further from this outline. I will start to draw the rectangle first at this corner, at this endpoint. So remember the dimension 18.3 multiplied by 3. So going back to AutoCAD, start the rectangle REC spacebar. First corner, I will use this point. At the other corner point, Because I know the dimension, so I type in D, spacebar, length is 18.3, 18.3, spacebar. Something is wrong. I will press ESC to exit the command and start it over. REC for rectangle. So remember, when something is wrong, just press ESC to exit the command and start over again. First corner point, this midpoint, and then I will specify the dimension by typing in D, spacebar. The length is 18.3, spacebar. The width is 3, spacebar. I'm going to the left side, so click on the left. Click. And then I will move this rectangle to its right location. So the horizontal moving length is 4.5 and the vertical one is 1.55. So going back. So move is M, spacebar, select the rectangle, click and spacebar to finish selection. Specify the base point. So arbitrarily pick one point on the rectangle. It doesn't matter because the moving distance is relative distance. So move up. The distance is 1.55, spacebar. And then move again, M, spacebar, select this rectangle, spacebar, specify base point. I will pick this corner point and going to left. This distance is 4.5, spacebar. Okay, it seems that I have finished all the drawings on the left side. So the final step of drawing is to mirror all the steps to the right side. Okay, I will start the mirror command, MI, spacebar, select objects. I will select all the objects. I'm sorry, sometimes my baby is crying, so there might be some noises. Okay. I will finish this mirroring command and take care of her. Okay, select objects. I have finished, so I press spacebar to finish selection. And first point of mirror line, I pick this endpoint, and second one is this midpoint. So click spacebar to finish. Okay, perfect. Okay, since I finished my drawing, I'm going to prepare for the submission. Firstly, I will change the name and due date. So double click on the text object, zoom in a little bit. So I type in my name and due date. You should put in today's date when you are doing the assignment. So I will leave it blank. And when you finish modifying the text, press Ctrl and Enter. And then you need to plot to PDF. So when you plot, click on the application button and choose print. Click. And click on continue to plot a single sheet. Need to change the printer name to DWG to PDF. And then the paper size should be NC expand A and horizontal direction. Plot area, change it to extents and check the center of the plot. Finally, change the plot scale and check the fit to paper and put in 1 inches to equal to 15 units. Then you are done and you can preview. Continue. Okay. It looks nice, so I continue to click on the printer to plot. Okay, so name it as your last name / assignment2 and save it somewhere. Okay, it looks good. And don't forget, always save your file, the DWG file. I will click on the Save As and name it as last name / assignment2 and save it somewhere. Okay, then you can submit both your DWG and PDF file to eCampus. The due date is Tuesday, so have a great day. Goodbye.